I think you are early. I might be late. I don't even know what time it is. It is, oh my God, it's 6:43. I don't usually come on. I was having so much fun. Yes, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? You're early. What? I don't know if you're early. Hi, you guys. Oh my God, today was so much fun. Why, you ask? Because the roots got done. We did the bleach on the roots. Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to talk about it. Hi, you guys. I'm not supposed to talk about my beauty stuff. Some of the men text me and they're like, I don't care about your nails. I'm like, but I do. Anyway, it was bleach. So I had to make sure these lines got good. And so I had help. And I spent the afternoon bleaching, cutting, bleaching, switching up stuff because I got nowhere to go. So I figured I'd do it. Okay, and a big shout out. Thank you guys. This is Carol's mug right here. Look at my lipstick on it. Hello. Don't leave that on, things. I'm sure they wouldn't care if you did. Oh my God. What? Anyway, Carol gave me this mug for Christmas and I love my mug. Has my tea. So Canadian, my tea. Thank you for that. That's my Canadian. This is my Canadian tea mug. Not only do I drink coffee, I drink tea. That's what I do. It rained yesterday. Oh, today's your birthday. Does it say Aqua Mom? Aqua Mom's birthday. Oh my God. Aqua Mom, I know. Oh, you'll do my hair? I fucking love doing my hair, right? Terry did my hair today. She had to get the line and then we faux hawked it up. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm not quite comfortable faux hawking around. Get it? Okay. Do you put cream? I put non-fat milk in my tea. Nelson, BC. Yeah, that's what I do. Not oh, yeah, I know. I got to be an asshole. I just did my Babalu video and it is condensing over here. So, oh, there you go, Bobby. Yes, coffee and tea. Coffee and tea money. Thank you. You know what kind of addict I am. Like a crazy addict. Kingston, Ontario. I know it. I just tried oat milk. How come I didn't know about this oat milk? What the actual hell did I not know about oat milk? Now I know about oat milk because almond milk makes me itchy. So there can be no almond milk. Okay, you guys, I know oat milk is delicious. I didn't even, oh, jelly beans. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get my fat ass back where it should be. Not joking, I split my pants. And I will tell you another secret in case you guys didn't know. Okay, I'm going to talk about being empathic right now, but in case you guys didn't know, okay, not that you care, but the really pointy stiletto nails, and I filed this one down a bit, when you put your pants on, or better yet, when you're outside and you're peeing outside because you run millions of miles and like you duck behind a tree because no woman can hold it all the way along, right? So you pee and then you pull your pants up really quick because of course when you decide to pee, some fucker's coming down the trail, right? So you put your nails through your workout pants and ruin your good workout pants and then you do it 3 days in a row. That's what you do, okay? That's what you do. So these really pointy nails go right through your pants when you try to pull them up in a hurry. Yeah. I know, doesn't it? It does. It's there. I know, it's fabulous. I know, I love your mug, Carol. Carol's texting me. She likes the color combination of red lipstick and pink mug. That's right. It's very, very Cranbrook. It's not Cranbrook, cranberry, but Cranbrook, I see. I know, they ruin everything. You put on these stiletto nails and I only have one nail and I'm like, what the hell? As I'm gulping. Okay, so I deleted my Facebook. I really did. I did. Oh my God. Is it Cornelia Campbell? Yes. I meant to thank you. Thank you so much. I got it. I opened it. I finally opened it because I put it in my pile so that I don't forget. And then I forgot because I'm that kind of a weirdo. Okay, Cornelia, if that's how you say your name, it went by, sent me a beautiful scarf, and I think she sent it from far away. She sent a beautiful scarf with tulip on the bottom, like tulips, like tulip. Is there another face in my Blanket. I can't look again. I can't. I just can't look back there. Anyway, she sent me, and it's right beside my bed, beside tulips. No wonder no one comes into my bedroom anymore, ever, except for Lila. Basically, she comes in to look at the pictures, but there's just dead people ashes in my bedroom. Probably not the right place to keep them. And all of my stuff for Tulip and Keith all over the room. I know it's beautiful. It's a beautiful white scarf with two tulips on the bottom of the scarf. And I hung it right beside Tulip's urn and all of her beautiful ashes. Now I've become obsessed with ashes. So remember that if you come to visit me in my bedroom, you got to like the fucking ashes, because I'm not getting rid of them, which is why I'm by myself. Except for Lila, because she comes in. Okay, all right. So I did have a good day. I bleached my roots. This is how shallow I am, but truly I'm a Leo. So it is all about like shininess, lipsticks, nails, and hair. Now let's get to the conversation at hand. I wanted to talk because I love the scarf. I love it so much. Like, I really love it. And I put it over there, and I just went crazy over there. Yeah, I don't know what the full moon is coming. I haven't even looked at it. It's on the 29th. We have Mercury retrograde. We have Mercury retrograde coming up, and I'm going to explain that too. Let me look and see. Let me look and see what, if the full moon's in Leo, I'm liable to fuck something up. Like, I'm going to get a bunch of bullshit in my, people are just not going to like me if it's in Leo, because they don't like me anyway when it's a full moon. But when it's a full moon in Leo, I piss people off extraordinarily. But maybe that's what I'm here to do. This is maybe my mission. Okay, hold on. Let me tell you guys when the full moon is. I just seriously lost my date here. Okay, so no, yes, the full moon's on the 28th. I just feel mean and nasty. Oh, you're never mean and nice, nasty, Keely. Never. You're never. You are not. You're way too sweet. We have a full moon. Listen up, Carol. Full moon in Leo on the 28th. It is at 11 degrees. Wait, no, it's at 9 degrees. Oh, shit. It's a full moon on my moon. I'm having a full moon on my moon. So, like, yeah. Anyway, I'll just keep my mouth shut. I'm practicing not responding. That's what I'm practicing. Okay, it's on the 28th, and it's at 9 degrees of Leo and 6 seconds. I'll talk about that in a second. And then we have Mercury stationary retrograde at 2629 Aquarius. 2629 on the 29th. And then we have, no, on the 30th. What am I saying? And then we go into the Mercury retrograde. Okay, but first I wanted to talk about the word empath, because I hear everybody, they're always an empath. Full moon makes everybody crazy. I go batshit. If it's a full moon and an eclipse, I'm very strange. If I even look outside at the eclipse, I'm sure that I've ruined my eyes. I have like an obsession that way. A weird tick. Okay, so when we are talking about empaths, empathy, okay, empathy, or feeling other people's feelings. Eclipses give me headaches, totally. I wanted to explain this because not everybody is an I saw a demon in my neighborhood kid and started commanding it. I bet his mother was happy. She's like, bitch, what are you saying to my kid? Okay, so here's the thing. There are people on the planet that are, oh, there's Michael. Now I know where he is. He's the Michael Dade Project over there. I bleached my hair today. That's what I did. Yep, I got up. I'm sorry. I just had a conversation. Okay, here's the difference. I want to explain this. I hear it misrepresented on everybody's channel. Yeah, I left the sides my normal color, and then I bleached, except some of the bleach just fell right there. So now, yeah, that line, whatever. I'm not going to go Virgo on it. Anyhow. Okay, so what is an empath versus a clairsentient in the psychic world? Because everybody on YouTube now is an empath. Everybody who, in any direction, they're like, I'm empathic, I'm an empath, I'm this, I'm that. Empathy is a terminology we use for people when we have concern for their situation, even if it doesn't affect us personally. So, like if you break your leg and we find you on the road with a broken leg, we have empathy for you. We understand that that would hurt. We offer to help you. We do whatever we can do. You know what I'm saying? An empath, okay, an empath is quite different than a clairsentient. Clairsentient is a psychic term used for people that feel other people's energy. Now, I think most people, when they say they're an empath, are really saying they're clairsentient. And here's the difference. A clairsentient person can walk through a house, a room, a situation, a reading, whatever, and they can feel the other people's emotions, feelings, circumstances, situations as they walk through a house, a mall, an environment, school class, a concert, and they can be brought down by that. Meaning if they go through a concert and everybody's fucked up and drunk, they can suddenly feel all those feelings. Oh my God, Jackie, thank you so much. Jackie just cracks me up. I'm like, does Jackie know I'm here? Thank you so much, Jackie. Oh my God, time to bleach my hair again. I'm just kidding. It's going into not the bleach, okay? Anyhow, thank you for that. Okay, so clairsentient, when they walk through a room, a situation, an environment, a circumstance, they feel what's going on around them. So if they're in the mall and there's a bunch of a-holes in the mall that they walk by, let's say a group of teenagers, and they're just like really all insecure and fucked up and, you know, whatever, then the clairsentient person will walk through the mall and they'll be like, oh my God, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I have pimples. And the person may not have any of those things, but they start to feel like that. Now, they are able to go home and they're able to do things and they're able to go to sleep, sleep it off, feel better the next day, remove themselves and cleanse themselves by being by themselves and private. Now, here's what I'm going to say. And not everybody is a fucking empath. So we have to stop with this nonsense, okay? Empath, when they describe it, a person who is a true empath has been born, okay, has been born to transmute the negative energy on an intuitive level or psychic level of those idiots around them, the people in the environment. So a true empath is a energetic healer, and there's very few of them. Okay, what we're talking about when we say, you know, I went in the mall, I picked up the energy, I had to go home and sleep, I felt so fucked up, whatever, that is clairsentience. Okay, so that's the difference. Clear feeling versus, okay, versus empathic people who are born specifically to mirror, stand in front of people's shitty ass, stupid, obscene, absurd, toxic, fucked up behavior, okay? And they are to absorb it and they are to send it back out transmuted. So the empath, the true empath, takes the energy internally, moves it through their own chakra system, and throws it back out in a higher vibration. The toxic person, the asshole, the absurd and the obscene, whatever, those people step forward and the empath stands solid and allows the toxic or intrusive or abusive energy to come into their energy field and to transmute it back out while that idiot has to watch them do it and elevate it. So there's a telepathic healing going on, and their specific job on the planet is to do that. Let's see, is that why people rage? I just missed that. So their specific job is to let, sense of knowing is claircognizance. I'm going to get to that. You just beat me to that. So empathic people in the truest sense of the word are healers, and they're using and transmuting the negative energies on the planet, meaning they are put into every single situation. They may grow up in a really messed up home. They may live in a neighborhood where there's, stupid shit happening. They may find themselves in the middle of like 3 burglaries, whatever, okay? And they may go to jail to transmute the energy. It's not this thing that we see all the time on the internet where everybody's like, hi, I'm an empath. No, no, no. If you are born a true empath, you are born with the specific goal, okay, to transmute, heal people's negative energy, okay? So you are there to heal that negative energy. What most people are referring to when they're referring to, being drained, absorbing other people's energy, doing all of these things, they're talking about clairsentience or clear feeling, to walk through the life feelings and emotions of another person. The guy in the Green Mile. Yes, I love that. Except add a touch to the guy in the Green Mile. Excuse me, as I burp on camera. Gross. Anyway, add a touch to that because he's what they call also a sin eater. Okay, so that's even a different form of empathic healing. Most people, when they've been raised by idiot parents, they marry an idiot, whatever it is, right? When they do that, what they're dealing with is clairsentience, and they are picking up on the feelings, absorbing it in order to get a read on it. But when you're a true empath, you are born for the specific purpose of using your body as a healing instrument, okay? A healing instrument. You are not going to get out of the path of idiots, basically. I'm using the word idiot so that I don't trigger, because I wanted to say cuss words, but that's what an empath is. And then when you take a character like John Coffey in The Green Mile, he is an extension of that even farther. He is a person who is what's called a sin eater, eating the sins of other people. Now I'm going to address that for a minute because you can't really take away other people's evil actions or behaviors. You cannot do that. There's a karma to that for the person that owns it. So that's like if I rob the bank, you go to jail for me. I don't think it actually works that way unless you're stupid enough to cop to the crime you didn't do, right? So, there's Toronto. I saw Toronto. So when you're looking at empathic people, when they're misusing the word. An empath is an actual physical instrument person for other people's healing by transmuting with every fiber of their being other people's shitty, toxic, alcoholic, bank robbing, cheating, dumb energy, evil. So you will find empathic people in circumstances where they go to jail, where they end up, wherever, homeless, where they're prostitutes. They have to be placed in society to elevate. Well, the empath is harnessing the energy through their chakra system and then pushing it back out into the world, the energy, okay, pushing it right back out. They're very, very similar. They're very similar, but the clairsentient doesn't transmute the energy. They absorb. That's the difference, okay? So people do that. The empath is the healer. The healer puts the energy back out into the universe at a higher vibration. Psychics in and of themselves die younger. Empaths die younger. Mediums die younger because all of us are using our body energy in a, I hate to use the word higher frequency, but in a more revved up frequency. So it's vibrating differently. An empath is literally taking your shit and going like this in their body and then sucking it back out like that. That's what they're actually doing. So it's kind of interesting. It's very interesting. It does, yeah, it takes a toll on you spiritually. When I was growing up with my kids, I couldn't get out of bed. I mean, literally for 20 plus years, I spent more time in bed. So I would work for 3 hours, sleep for 3 hours, work for 3 hours, sleep for all day long till I was crazy. And about 3 years ago, I stopped seeing people in person unless they were like, unless they bug the shit out of me or they're my friends. Spiritual washing machine. Yeah, exactly. That's the difference. I get so sick of people going, I'm an empath. I'm an empath. No, you are a clairsentient, picking up on the energy, absorbing other people's energy. You are not an empath. You may be, but you're probably not. Because everybody wants that label. So, whatever. That's one thing. Now, the other psychic terminology. Oh, my little video stopped, y'all. My video after this, I'm uploading Babalu. Okay. That's right. Desi. Yes, I am. And no, Bobby on here. I didn't bring up his great-granddaughter until the very end because that will be the next video I do. Yeah, Michael, you could be an empath for sure due to your early childhood experience, the loss, etc. Then I'm not going to say that. But anyway, so Bobby, I'm letting you know that. And Jackie, oh my God, I'm such a fibber. I'm like, I'll call you, Jackie. I'm free tomorrow. Well, today I had bleach on my hair, so I can't really like put my ear pods in. And Keely, you'd be an empath too. And Bobby's most definitely an empath. Bobby's a crazy empath though. She's a crazy psychic empath and nobody thinks that that's what she is. But I'm telling you, that girl is off the hook with her stuff. But she does different stuff for a living, but that's what she is. And I'm saying it straight out because I've dealt with her enough and she really is. And I'm not supposed to out her on that way because she's got a different profession. Okay. So anyway, but she's straight up psychic and she's straight up absorbent of other people's energy and healing it. Just unbelievable. Okay. So let's use the other psychic terminology. Okay. Other psychic terminology. So clairvoyance, which is the one that we see on the movies where somebody sees a spirit, sees a goat, there you go, sees a ghost. Now, there's a difference between ghost and spirit. I have to just correct this. A ghost is somebody's energy that has not crossed over since their point of death. And since time doesn't exist on the other side, a ghost in the 1700s, haunting a castle, thinks he's still living his life. I don't think they have the highest IQ. I think they're the dumb ones. They were in the woodshop class. Oh my God, I'm going to get my ass kicked for saying that. Yeah, I will. Anyway, so a ghost is a energy tag of a person who has died but has not let go of the physical realm. A spirit to me is more of a deceased person who's come through and come back and forth to communicate. A ghost has not left. They're still wandering here. They don't leave. They're two different things. They're very different. Now, clairvoyance is what we see when we see clear sight. So we see something go through the house like this, or we catch something, or we see like little snippets, like a movie screen, snippet, 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 like this. That's clairvoyance, clear sight, okay? So it's the ability to see it, whether it's little glimpses, little flash of a movie thing. You turn your phone on, you get a flash of a text message. That's clairvoyance in the psychic sense, okay? Clairaudience, clear hearing from the spirits, okay? And clear speaking to them. In other words, I hear it and I say it to you. So that's clairaudience, all right? And then we have claircognizance. I hope I say that right. I've been screwing up my words all day. Claircognizance, clear knowing. I know. I just know. Now, I watched this really interesting thing on a little boy that was reincarnated and his family was blown away because he knew shit he shouldn't have known at 5 years old, okay? He knew how a whole grand bunch of things. Now I have to turn this. Oh my God, the heater's on me. Hold on. All right. Sorry, heater right on me. Okay, because I can't get my big heater to work. because it's still blowing cold air and I haven't called them to fix it. Anyway, so I have like this foot heater that really hits my ass, and then I'm like, oh my God, my ass is burning. Okay, so, and it's not the kind of thing you want to burn. Okay, so yeah, the boy, he lived before, but when he was 5 and 6, he had these knowledge. It's like if you have a child and they know how to speak French and you don't speak French. Claircognizance, so clear knowing. Now, I do not know the names of, or have forgotten the names of, there's photosynthesis, which is around every object and thing. You see the colors around the objects. A little bit different than being able to see somebody's aura, because to see the colors gives you impressions. So you might see something that's pink and that gives you an impression of whatever, or something that's black and that gives you a impression of whatever. So it's reading the colors around the objects, or the names of people, or the people that you see in your environment. Somebody walks by you and you see them as all green and you're like, okay, that gives me an idea of who that person is, even though you don't know them. Yeah, synthesis. I always say photosynthesis. That's the plant one. Synthesis. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that one. You say it. I can't say it. And then there is also when you can smell someone's cologne or perfume in a room, okay? See music notes and colors, etc. There you go. I see music notes when I read an astrology chart. It's like a symphony playing for me. So when I read a chart, I'm like, I blend right into the musical notes of the chart, and it's exciting for me. There's when people smell. So when you come in a room and you smell someone's cologne, there's a word for that, and I can't remember. I want to say orna something, but I'm probably wrong. And then there's when you can taste things all the time. I have a really strong sense of smell, and I can smell people's illness. I've smelt people, it's people I've known. And yes, olfactory, thank you. I'm like, you guys are so great. I know what it is, I can't say it. I'm like, orna, ola, whatever. Hola, yeah. So anyway, I had a friend, Ray, back when I worked at Children of the Night, way back. I was pregnant with Keithy, actually, and I smell illness too. Yeah, you, Bobby, and I are similar that way. But I was working, and Ray worked in the kitchen, and he worked 2 jobs. So he would go, when he was supposed to be cooking, I would sneak in the kitchen and do that. And then he would sleep in his van, and then he would come back out and serve the food. And then he would, because he would have to sleep always. And he was young. He was younger than me at the time. And I wasn't yet 30. So he was probably like 25 or whatever. Anyway, he bounced into the kitchen one day, and I was back there. Now, I loved it because I was so pregnant, I could eat the food back there. And he was drinking a glass of milk, okay? And then he was getting ready to serve the lunch to all the kids. And as he turned to me, we're having a conversation, and he's talking to me, and I was like, oh my God. And I told him, I actually said to him at the time, I said, he drank the milk, and I was absorbing the smell. I mean, I could smell the milk, but I was absorbing the smell. And I said to him, I'm not joking you. I said to him, you have AIDS. He had a wife, he had kids. That doesn't mean anything. But I said it just blurted right out of my mouth. And he just looked at me like, what are you talking about? And so we served the lunch, and about a month later, I left because it was my last month before I had Keithy. They gave me a nice going away party and a big fat cake, which I ate. I was already just way too big. Anyway, I ate the big cake. And so after I had Keithy, I was talking to Ray, and he had called me, Ray. And I never forget his face. I really liked him a lot. He was fun. He was always upbeat. I definitely, looking back on it, could see where he could swing both ways, but that's not the point. I have no idea how he got that. It could have been he was on drugs. All of us people that worked in shelters were probably formerly runaway people. So we do whatever we do when we're 14, 15, and 16 to survive. So, he was a guy, maybe whatever. Never really talked about it with him. Anyhow, he called me, and he told me at that time that he'd been diagnosed with HIV. And I think he had just had his 3rd kid at that time. And then I lost track of him because just right after that, we had our own issues. That was after Keithy was about 3 or 4 months. And then Jimmy had passed, and then I went bananas myself. So I really don't know what happened to him, but I absolutely 100% knew that that's what he had. I absolutely knew it. I smelt it. Now, what does that mean when you smell that? all I can tell you is the smell of him drinking the milk made the word come out of my mouth. That's how it worked for me, but it started with a scent. So the scent, if you let your mind go, allows you to get the information. That's how I would say that. That's how it worked for me at the time. So it was very, very strong. I smell things all the time. I can smell things. You have no idea what I smell. I mean, yeah, you probably do. If you live in Los Angeles, you know it's a garbage dump, so you know. But no, that was very specific. And it could have been because I was so close to him. Maybe I just gave him that, information. I don't know that it's happened with strangers, but I did have another client and her kids probably are on here. Kids were really, really, really little when she passed. I think her daughter was like, the youngest one was like 11. She had 3 daughters. And she came to me. I'm not going to say her name. It begins with an R, and Stacy knows her. It's a friend of Stacy's. Came through Stacy, Officer Stacy. Anyway, she was a lovely woman, and she'd come to me. She had had breast cancer, but she'd been 10 years clear of breast cancer. And so she was fine, and she was in the health field, and she was, fine. I mean, she looked great. She was hot. She was cute. She's a little bit older than me. And she sat down one day and I looked at her and I literally knew that she had cancer again. But I mean, what do you say? Hi, I'm a psychic. You have cancer. I mean, who says that, right? Well, I tried to tell her to go back to the doctor to get looked at. I tried to tell her to get a health checkup. I tried to tell her, and it wasn't in her breast. I didn't feel it was, she had breast cancer. I didn't feel it was that. And so it got to about 6 months after, and I got so nervous that I called, and I believe I called Stacy, actually. I think I called Stacy and said, tell her to go to the doctor, really. Like, it's not my place to tell one person when they come for a private reading to call another person, even if I know they know them. Do you know, like, that's just not what I do. But it drove me crazy. So I remember calling, and I do think it was Stacy I called. There were a couple of other people I knew that knew her. Anyway, when she finally got to the doctor, the cancer was out of control. It was in her brain, and she did end up passing away. And that was really an interesting story because it was so sad for her kids because she had called me prior to that. The kid's father had passed away like 2 years prior. And so this poor little, the youngest baby, she kind of was left on her own, orphaned really, truly, but she's wonderful now. She's like beautiful and smart. She went to college. And she's just really lovely. The youngest, I know the youngest and the middle one. I'd never met the oldest daughter. The 2 little ones would come to me. And her middle one was like Jason. And the youngest one was a lot like Keithy. And the youngest one used to bring me, she's a Virgo. And she knows if she's watching this. She's a Virgo. And she used to bring me a cupcake for my birthday when she would come in for a reading. And that was so cute. But her mom, I remember when her mom was, I think, in hospice at the time, and they called me, and her mom waited till I called back. I think I was delayed a bit. Anyway, her mom waited, and I actually was able to talk to her mom as she was crossing out of her body. So that was kind of a unique experience for me. I wasn't with her, but I was on the phone talking to her and like kind of letting her know that it was okay to go, which was heartbreaking and, all of that at the same time. So, yeah. Anyway, that was interesting. Those are 2 times, and I can see the health thing's usually really good for me. I can see that kind of thing. I can see that on people for some reason, or I can feel it. Yeah, I love most Virgos. No, I love my little Virgo kids. They have a hard life. Virgos, it's a hard life trying to be perfect when you're in this world. And it's not perfect. It's a very hard life. But yeah, it was interesting. It was just interesting. I don't know what you call that, to actually see just medical intuitive is word. I wouldn't use empath. I would use medical intuitive. There's many different things. There's all kinds of things. I also live, and I was telling my friend Terry that today, I live through people's death experience. So before they die, I absorb it. It's kind of a linear or a time travel kind of thing. Not everybody's death experience, but several people's. I've hooked into their energy, and I'll actually experience their death as though I'm dying, even though I'm not. People think I'm just having panic attacks, right? Like crazy panic attacks. and then the person will die the way that I'm describing. So I go through it. Yeah, that's happened several times in my life. It used to happen a lot when I was younger, kind of thing. My people been killed. Okay, I just didn't catch that right there. Yeah, the Anna Nicole Smith story. That's it. I was telling that story to my friend Terry tonight. I was saying that that's like what happened. Yeah, that was quite shocking to me. Quite shocking. Also, with my stepson, I felt what it felt like for him to pass too, and the rage after he passed when they realized sulfur. Yeah, there you go. When they realized, yeah, Bobby, you knew Anna too. Yeah. The Anna, that death experience, I was saying that. I'm saying I walked in the middle of traffic because I was already dead, but I wasn't. And then when Sandy called me, and she was preparing the body for burial, and she called me and said the exact words on the phone to me that I'd been saying 2 months prior when I looked in the mirror on Christmas Eve. And so somehow the train of thought, the information, it's information. We look at things too logically, I think. It's very much information. So it's the train of thought. My God, she was a beautiful woman. She was incredibly blessed with looks. Incredibly, outstandingly, just really outstanding. I mean, hello. Yeah, right? Just beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Yeah, my nails. I'm not supposed to, people send me hate mail. They're like, all you care about is your nails and hair. Well, yeah, I'm a fucking Leo. We're shallow and vain, so yeah. Yeah, so that's just the way, yeah, I mean, duh, Leo, hello. Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, it's just, I know, but why do they care? I know, right? It's like, I just, I'm just saying I did my bleach today and it feels good, okay? So find yourself a hairdresser friend, invite them to your house and do your own roots. I had to have help because I couldn't do like this separate, and I wanted to keep a little bit of dark because I'm light and dark. I'm an Oreo cookie, okay? That's what the fuck I am. I'm an Oreo fucking cookie. So anyhow, when you're looking at psychic ability, there's all of these people that have all of these. Yeah, Libra rules beauty. Of course, beauty. So there's all of these books that tell you how to do things. And I want to say, oh, you did yours yesterday. I just love when people bleach their hair or darken their hair, whatever. People do shit to their hair. Like that makes me so happy. I can't even explain to you why. It makes me happy. It just does. But when people try to copy what's in the books and thank you, Bethany. Thank you, guys. When people try to copy everything that's in the psychic books, I want you to step back from that and understand that your body is the instrument. So your instrument is different than my instrument because we come in with different DNA. We come in with different gene pool background. We come in with so many different things. Our instrument, you have a busty instrument. Yes. I was going to grab my boobs. I got to stop doing that. I go out in public. I'm like, oh my God, I love them. It's like they're somebody else's boobs. Okay. Whatever. I know. I don't know. I feel very male in my body. I really feel like a man. Like the way that I think is very masculine. So when I see the boobs, I'm like, whose are these? I know they're mine, but I'm like, yeah, I think I'm a guy. That's what I think. So I don't know why they're there. But anyway, they're there. Okay, so I'm probably a guy who came back as a chick so that I could have boobs. Get it? Yeah, I have I'm very masculine. Like out in public, I'm aggressive and like I may look, people make a mistake with how people look, Oh my God. Yes, it can walk through. Thank you for that. I'll explain that in 1 second. So getting back to the body's instrument, we all move differently with the way that we pick up our information. You can't copy one way. There is no way. You just have to ask for it to come through. I would say eating properly, meditation, or maybe smoking dope and no meditation, whatever, can open you up, okay? It can open you up like that. Now, somebody just asked, asked, I don't think I liked my male lives. Yeah, maybe not, right? God, if I could stand peeing up, they love their penises. I mean, it seems like a good thing. We can't go around with our vaginas like that. Like, hey, look at my vagina. I mean, do people send vagina pictures like men send, dick pictures? I'm just asking. I'm sure they do to their boyfriends, but ladies, never send your lady parts out on a camera ever because somebody will get mad at you. Don't do that. But I know I am truly a guy. I want to kick the shit out of people half the time. But no, we don't. I mean, like, we're like, oh my God, my vagina. I mean, when I was giving birth, I was like, film this, look at this. I was like, it's a fucking miracle. I just came across my birth pictures. Yes, my mother actually snapped, or maybe it was John that snapped pictures, whatever, of my body with the head coming out. And I sent them to the scanning place. So whoever's scanning my pictures, I don't even fucking care. But whoever's scanning the pictures is going to see that. I didn't want to lose them, but oh my God, there's like, no, it's not even shaved. But anyway, that doesn't matter. It was like all fuzzy and cute. But there's this huge belly and these boobs. I look like a watermelon with boobs on it. And my face, I got my hand on my head like this. And it's like straight up. I actually think my mom took that picture because John is beside me. And it's just all, it's like, yeah. Anyway, I'm like, there's Keith's head coming out of my crotch. And I decided to send it to the scanner. I'm like, I'll never scan this and I'll lose the picture. And so whatever, I don't even care. And the poor guy is going to be like, oh crap. No, they probably, I threw it in a bunch of other pictures. So it'll just show up. I just have to remember what box of pictures is in. So when I give the discs to the rest of the family, it's not going to be on that one. Oh my God. Yeah, I know, right? The hard copy. No, it's disgusting. Like I was looking at myself and I'm like, what is that? Oh, fuck, that's me. It just is like, we are animals and I'm like a cow. I just look like a cow in the middle of giving birth. Oh my God. And some of them John took, like you can kind of tell, like if a guy takes it or a woman takes it, even when you're giving birth, you're like, why are you taking that picture? Sorry, it just sent me on a tangent. Okay, I've stopped. I've just stopped. Don't send the CD. I know, I'm not sending that. I'll just take that picture off the CD somehow. Oh no. And I remember I showed Keith his birth video because that was my mother with the camera on also. So Keith says to me when he watches his birth video, and he's coming out like feet first, sideways, because when I was pregnant with Keithy, he was transverse, he was sideways. So me and John got it in our retarded heads that we would get in the jacuzzi and push the baby down in the hot water. We're probably frying his brain actually at this point. This is how doctors were not, but we're like, okay, we'll just push his head down. Like this is his head, right? Okay, let's push it down. Let's push it down. I did not want to go to the hospital. I did not want a cesarean. So we pushed him down and that's how the cord got tangled. I'm pretty sure of it. He's probably in there going, what is this crazy bitch doing? Like his soul is on the outside. Oh God, the doctor delivered you drunk. I felt drunk, but I wasn't. I should have been drunk. Who cared? But anyway, little baby's head went right down. And so 1 foot out, kind of sideways, elbows, strangling himself. Okay, and John saved him. John did. I mean, seriously, I was damaging to him. John was good. John saved him. But Keith is watching the video. And so as punishment, when he was like 11 or 12, I sat him down and I said, this is how you got here, smart mouth. This is what I said. I said, this is how you got here. And I showed him the video and he turns around wide-eyed. Why are you hurting me? He says. I said, why am I hurting you? I started laughing hysterically. I'm like, no, you're coming out of me. And he was just like, no. I said, this is what happens when you have sex. It was also good birth control video. I'm like, when you have sex, this is what happens. And he was like, and John's a Scorpio rising. Who else could actually handle their crazy ass wife, paranoid as shit, first house Pluto, running down the street in labor, wearing a blanket and a bra and no underwear, going, I'm not going to the hospital. I was hormonally whacked, so I ran down the street to the tree, and he's like, he was more psychic than me. He's like, I think we need to go to the hospital. And I'm like, and he had to chase me, and I'm running. I'm wearing a bright purple striped blanket with orange stripes, like one of those really decorative Indian blankets, and I'm running. And my boobs are up here because I couldn't stand feeling my boobs on my belly. Ugh, that's like Fred Merch shit again. But I couldn't wear underwear because I was having contractions. The underwear bugged me. So I literally was naked running down the street. That's what I did. Yeah. And John was like, please come home. And I'm like, no, I can't. And he's like, but please come home. I'm like, no, you're going to trick me. I don't like you. I don't trust you. And I started spewing words at him. It was funny. You had to be there. I was like, you fucking asshole. I hate you. Stay away. Finally, he talked me into like coming back inside. The neighbors are looking. They were always looking. I was always running and screaming and stuff like that. Okay, with no underwear on quite a lot of the times. Or like when I was younger, I'd go out with the kitchen knife and puncture his tires because he got mouthy with me and he was out all night. So he'd lose 4 tires and I was only 21, okay? That's it. Just 21. 21 and crazy, okay, with PMS. Yeah, he used to run out the backyard by the pool and over the back fence, and I'd be like, I'm fucking catch you. I'm not that person anymore. I don't care. Okay. Anyway, so when Keith watched that video, I'm sorry, I don't know why I find this so funny. No, it's no joke. I went bananas. I was going to kill him. That's what I'm saying. He'd run. Like he literally would hop that fence. The neighbors on the other side saw him hopping the fence and running down the alleyway. Oh God, once a month. And then the boys learned how to do that because I would get a hold of them and I'd be like, I'm going to fuck you up. And Keith would just, when he got older, put his hand on my forehead like this, and I'd be swinging at him. He had those long arms. Oh, God. No, this is not empaths. This is just me being hormonal. I've just told you a birth story. Anyway, my point was when Keithy watched his birth video, he thought I was torturing him. And I was like, oh, no, it's the other way around. But I could see it both ways, actually, because he had a hard birth and a hard death. So when he was dying, it was hard too. It was hard coming in and hard going out for him. So, okay, I'm over it. No more birth stories. I've got to stop. I got to stop. Okay, getting back to serious stuff. So when your body, okay, now I'm trying to be serious like in school. Be serious. Dig your nails into your arms. Okay, so when you're trying to learn about how to be a medium and how to be more psychic, you have to learn how your body energy works. How does it work for you? How do you feel information? The way to do that is when you, yeah, that is the smelling, whatever they called that. Olfactory. Did I say that right? God, never do it. Yeah, I know. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible to lose a child. You have no choice but to survive unless you're going to kill yourself. And olfactory, thank you, olfactory. I'm the psychic and I can't get the words right. That's it. That's the sense. But yeah, I can't kill myself, but I can do shit that's really risky. So that's what I'm going to start doing. But I can't kill myself. I'm just like, is this a joke? Why am I here? So I find it funny now. It's not funny. Anyhow, when you are picking up information with your body, you have to kind of Aw, I'm sorry. Keithy passed on your birthday, but it's your birthday, so it's also a good day. I will still celebrate your birth. I wish I can't turn these stupid news updates. I turn it off and mail carrier gets some weather help from West Covina family. Uh-huh. That's news, all right. Anyhow, you've got to know your body and you've got to know how you pick things up. So when you dream something and you see a person and you see oh, I had a dream that my cousin was in a car accident, let's just say. So you dream that. You have to look at how old your cousin was, okay? Oh, your Keithy was born, wait, my Keithy was born on my birthday. How cute. That's so cute. Similar energy. You have to see how old the person is in the vision. What do you notice around the dream? What kind of trees do you notice? What do you see? How do you feel about it? Is it winter? Is it summer? That kind of thing. I'm sure autistic children have psychic abilities. How do they communicate? They know. They get very used to reading the energy around them. Absolutely. Absolutely they do. When you experience something psychically, like let's say the phone rings and you know who the person is, okay? That's so good. You're dream working and you know who the person is and you answer the phone and you're like, oh, I thought my Aunt Carol was going to call and she called, right? So start paying attention to the way that you feel just before that happens so that you understand how it happens. Now, somebody was asking me up there on the chat if spirits can walk through your body. Absolutely they can. Your body is your host, okay, like your camper. Your soul is inside the camper. Your etheric or spirit body, it lives around you. It's kind of the aura you see. Now, before you even meet your children or your lover or your parents, you are around their energy fields. That's why when people come in and they recognize somebody, a lover, you see them and you're like, I love this person, but you've never met them. So it's crazy shit. You can't love them, right? You have a recognizing of them because they've been in your energy field talking to you without talking to you. You don't know them. So there's that. The other thing is your babies, before you have your beautiful babies, okay, come in and are around you till about 3 minutes before they ground in, meaning through the birth process. Right when you start to have contractions and they start to lose their breath is when they ground in. Otherwise, they are around you. They're popping in and out of the vehicle in your belly, which is the physicality of who they will become. But the soul is around you. Before you get pregnant, when you're in high school, that baby soul is around you and it knows who you are. You know a lot of things. That's energetic communication etherically with the spirit bodies. Definitely. Then there's something when people talk about walk-ins or they talk about, people being different for a minute. Okay, so if I'm on the other side and let's say I have to help somebody, let's say I run a diner. I'm a person that runs a diner and a client comes in to get a hamburger and I need to tell them to make sure to get their car checked because there's going to be an accident. But it's not me, the owner of the diner. It's their guardian angel. They can step into my body so I can say to that person, oh my God, is that your car you just pulled it up in? Look, it looks like your tire. Get that checked. I don't trust it. And then the guardian angel will step out and the person's gotten the message. What they do from that point on is their own. That can happen. They use our physical bodies for all kinds of things. And there is such a thing as a walk-in a way. If you go back and we had this discussion, so I won't rant on about how fucking hot Warren Beatty was when he was younger. I'm just not going to go there because he's in his 70s. See, I love men in their 70s because I'm from that and I forgot to come back right away. So I came back later. So it's all fucked up. Anyhow, all of that aside, Warren Beatty was in that movie, Heaven Can Wait. And in Heaven Can Wait, he dies. And his angel gets him cremated, takes him right out of the body before impact. Okay, he was fucking hot. Anyway, I'm not going down that road again. And he's an Aries, so I'll probably marry him. Anyhow, So Warren Beatty is in the movie, and his character is a football player. And his little football playing character, his guide takes him out, and the body gets cremated, but he's not supposed to be dead. So they're like, find a body. So what happened is another football player ends up getting injured. Body goes down. They shove Warren Beatty into his body, okay? They shove Warren Beatty in there, gets up. He's this person, so he looks like this person, but we're seeing him as Warren Beatty, which is brilliant because the soul inside. See, we lose our memory a lot of times when we incarnate back in. So we have bits and pieces, but like his character in the movie Heaven Can Wait, he's busy telling his coach, his trainer, he's like, look, it's me, it's me, it's me, I can play this. And then they erase his memory so he can live his life in peace. I think that's what happens to us a lot too. I feel like that's what happens to us. As for adopted children, I'm an adopted child, so of course I had to understand the karma of that. Adopted children, oh my God, you're pregnant. Yay. Ooh, clinically dead 3 times for sure. You'll have to tell us about your near-death experience. Okay, so when it comes to adopted children need their DNA structure and their appearance, okay, so however they look, from the birth parents, but they have the family karma with the adopted family. So, and I'm adopted. We're adopted. I hated being adopted, but now I'm really glad I'm adopted because nobody owns me. It's an ownership thing because when I have my kids, I'm like, those are mine. So I'm really glad no one has that feeling towards me, really, because I'm not theirs. So I'm free. I'm free of that nonsense. But adopted kids are looking after the information with this family, but they need to perform with this family. They need to look like the birth family. They need to have the DNA structure for whatever. Some people do like being adopted, definitely. No idea. I met my birth mother, don't know about the birth father. I'm taking it my birth father was the aggressive one because my mother wasn't, and I'm fucking aggressive. So I was aggressive as a kid. I was like, if you said, I remember, I think I was a lot like Keith. Keith would like sock older kids. He would be like 10 and he would like jump up and go after a 14-year-old. I was like that too. I was like, you touch me, I'm coming after you. So whatever that is probably the birth father's side of the family. Yeah, I know they give you up. It's kind of a hard feeling, but if you don't take it personally and look at it from the metaphysical sense, yeah, my dad probably was a Sag something, and Keithy was a Sag, so yeah, totally. I don't know why handicapped children come in. Oh, well, fuck your birth mother if she doesn't want to know you. That's her own guilt. That has nothing to do with you. You are fabulous. Your birth mother should be ashamed of herself for not wanting to know you. She's lucky that you wanted to reach out to her. So, her, okay? But she made you, so there's respect for that. But still, come on. Meet the kid. You already did it. Like, meet your kid, right? Yeah, I did find the picture of my birth mom. Somebody found it on my Instagram. I couldn't find it. I have some other pictures of her too. Oh, I had a great picture of her that I sent to the photo people, the scanning lab. Where did I put that picture? But I kept the picture that somebody sent of me off of my Instagram. Let's see if I can find it. Everything is so annoying when I snap photos and then don't organize them and go crazy. Okay, let's find them. Okay, do you see this? Now, I don't know what I just did. Now I have to go back. Oh my God, I lost it again. I lost it again. Ah, I don't know why that happens. What the actual hell? Okay, let's look here and see if it's here. Anyway, yeah, somebody, I don't know what I just did with it. See, I don't want to show her picture. Anyway, yeah. But the adopted kids come in to learn karma from the adopted family, and then they have to have the attributes of the birth family, okay? You have to have the attributes. I'm going to look through it. I'll find it. It's going to make me crazy. Somebody sent it to me and I can't even find that text. How annoying. Ooh, Dream Vignettes. That's a great name. Anyhow. Okay. No, Ramos. I said, wait. Oh, your dad turned 70. Awesome. Happy birthday to your dad. So psychic ability comes to us. Now I'm looking for the stupid picture. Psychic ability comes to us the way that our bodies hold the energy. So when you're talking about walk-ins, I think the way they mean it when a person changes and sees, wait, does it? No, an empath lets go of the negative energy. They transmute it. That's what you hear on the internet is a lot of people who don't know what they're talking about, I believe. What they mean to say is you have clear feeling, clear sight. You absorb other people's feelings. That's clairsentience. Empathic is different. There's a difference. And I know people don't want to, tell me whatever. Now you've got me looking over here. Here I am looking at this. How annoying. Okay, so when we're talking about the walk-ins that I think you guys are talking about, when somebody steps in and steps out, that can be all kinds of entities stepping into your space. And sometimes you don't want to let another person in. It can be what they call split personality, or, that kind of a thing, like a person when they split. It's definitely, where the hell is this picture? Now this is going to, you asked me, I thought I had it. So it's on here, only I can't even recognize what she looks like, which is terrible. But there were some great pictures of her that I took when we visited when the boys were little. And she looks just like me in the smile wearing a hat. Neither one of us could wear hats very well. But she was wearing a sun hat because she didn't want it to, she didn't want the skin to burn. Okay, honestly, I'm annoying myself doing this now. I am annoying. I found it in my box of photos that I sent to the scanning laboratory. So that's what I did. I sent every single photo that I have. There were over 10,000 pictures. No, I have more, but there were 10,000 pictures I had. And I didn't want them to burn. And a lot of them were from Keith's childhood, stuffed in a box, stuffed in the garage. And just before Keith died, I asked him to bring all of the photos into my house so that I could sort them out before Christmas. I do believe psychic ability is passed down, but not to every single member of the family. And sometimes, okay, this freaking picture, I can't find it. You guys have me looking for it, and somebody will tune into this and they'll be like, she's crazy. Psychic ability can miss a generation. I have a really good story about my friend Mike, who's a psychic, and it's hilarious. His mother worked as a psychic, okay? His mother was a professional psychic, and he's a comedian. So Mike would watch the people come in the house, just like my kids did, and he thought they were crazy people, and he thought his mom was full of shit. So long story short, in his teen years, he gets into a car accident, and he ends up having a huge accident, being in the hospital for like 6 months, and suddenly he's psychic. He can see and feel and hear things. Where is this bloody picture? He can do all of that. And so he started doing it for a living after that. So it was genetic. It was just not open. He wasn't openly expressing it at the time. Okay, really? Honestly, where is this picture? I'm getting to the tail end. Oh, look, I just passed a picture of Psychic Mike and I. Okay, there we are. I just passed this picture. That's Mike. And he would just laugh at his mother, thought she was crazy. Okay, crazy and a liar and just crazy. But she wasn't, and he had it. And similar with Keith. Keith, when his friend died, Cheerio, was murdered, and he came to Keith, that's when Keith knew it was real, right then. He told me. So he too thought I was a crazy liar for a lot of his life. Okay, like I'm seriously looking for this picture. I don't know. Whoever found that picture, help me out and find it again. I really can't. I've gone. I can't see. I block her out. I can't see it. Okay, so negative people ask, why do negative energies have to come or not come? When you go to the mall, not everybody's a good person, right? Some people are not. See, you thought your mom was a liar too. I never realized my kids, they were so proud of me when they were little. And then I was the one who, you know, they said I worked at Target. I think it was Jason that told people I worked at Target, and Keith said I baked cookies. Neither one of those was true. But they stopped telling them because I guess they got made fun of and picked on and, you know, whatever. And people are scared of it. I mean, people, oh, I can't look anymore. Yeah, I'm like, work at Target. Somebody's like, oh, you work at Target? I'm like, no, I go to Target. But anyway, the reason that negative spirits come to us is the same reason that negative spirits are in society, okay? Like meaning negative people. You can go on the subway and people can smile at you, but maybe they're not always that nice, right? So there you go. There's a lot of things. People step in and out. That's why you want to keep your body, your temple, okay? Oh, what's Eddie been saying in your dreams? You want to keep your temple, your body pure. So meaning as pure as you can on this planet. Understand we're on the planet. I get it. But you want to keep yourself, energy is harnessed so that you're not, the door is not wide open like you're a sloppy drunk, like on your bed. And then like, you know, they're like, hey, let's go down there and live in that for a while. And then you start behaving strange. Okay. So you want to make sure, for sure that you have congruency with your chakras. That's what you want. Let's see, if you want a baby, go make one. Yeah, why not? I can't. Well, yeah, it would be weird, but I'm waiting for next life to come back. My biggest fear in this life right now, which I never, I know people die. I've always had a very different viewpoint of death. It's never really bothered me. It blew my mind when it was Keith, and it blew my mind that I wasn't there to be able to see his soul leave his body, because as I said, I just was like sniffed, like, where is my child? I can't. I just was like, no, come back. But I knew he couldn't come back. I was 40 minutes late and his body would have been very damaged and not the way beautiful Keith would have liked it. But at the same time, I recognize he's on the other side. I know this from the work I do. But what was really weird, okay, what was really weird, stop trying to have a baby. If you're trying to have a baby, stop trying, just have sex. Just have sex. Just don't focus on the outcome, because you let the energy know you're not having a baby. Oh, I'm trying to get pregnant, meaning I'm not getting pregnant. So just fuck, okay? Do it everywhere. Do it all the time. That's right. Do that anyway. Okay, sorry. Save it up. Do it. Do all of that stuff. Yeah, I know. Just do it anyway, whether you want to get pregnant or not. I know. Say you don't want to get pregnant and you'll get knocked up. That's kind of what would happen to me. But when I looked at death, even with Keith, it was devastating to me that my son died and he wasn't here. But my biggest fear was that when I cross over, he may be reborn or somewhere else and I won't see him again and he won't remember me as his mother. That was my biggest fear. That literally was my fear. Like, what if Keith goes on and just forgets about me and moves on? We do that. We move through lifetime to lifetime. It's plausible. So that has been my biggest fear. And I obsess over that in a strange way. So that was like, yeah, that was hard. Because, you don't say it, but what if he wants to incarnate back in and I don't see him? That was a problem. Okay, there, I'm over it. All right, so what? Of course it can happen. You can reincarnate back in. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, I hope it doesn't happen, but that would be Keith's choice, not my choice. So my son has his own, and he's only my son in this life. What if he finds another mother, and what if he likes her better? Do you see the weird problem I had when he died? Most people are like, my kid's dead. I'm like, what if he doesn't like me next life? What if the other mother's better? I went right there. I went straight right there. And Deanna listened to me ad nauseum with it. She's like, are you crazy? And I'm like, no, I really think this. What if my son doesn't like me? What if he was so mad at me when he passed or didn't want to talk to me or whatever, and he just goes on right into a different life? They can do that. Sometimes they bounce right back in. Could be 2 or 3 years in between. You know, that kind of thing. Maybe it won't bother me when I die, but yes, it can happen. It really can. I hope he's waiting for me. I hope that. I really do. Yeah, no, I know, but this is what happens in your head. You think really fucked up shit. Uh, yeah, you do. You think, I hope he loved me. I'm telling you, I didn't know at the end. So yeah, it was terrible. I don't know. I just, you know, our family's not necessarily as affectionate as they could have been, so it was a little bit of a hard time. I mean, he's the one that did pay more attention and come by more and that kind of thing, but yeah, horrible. I mean, my mind went crazy, horrible. And then I was like, what if I'm hallucinating the other side and there's no other side? Okay, then I gave that up because I know it. Where I'm really, really lucky, and it's so interesting. I thought this just today when I was running. My best friend growing up, his name was Randy. I came across his picture too. So he's also in the file along with my crotch shots giving birth. So there you go. Welcome to the family archives. Anyway, Randy was 18 and I think I was 16, and I was living in Toronto and he was living in Aurora, and he was a motocross racer, motocross bike person, kickboxer, all of those things. He was a Leo. He was an August 1st and he was 2 years older. Well, you know that, August 1st, 64. Anyway, he had long dark hair, you know, the Leo hair. He had all of that, right? And I had moved 60 miles away, so, and we didn't have cell phones, so I was just on the phone if I was at home, but if I wasn't in home. Yeah, well, the reincarnation happens and you don't have to come back here. That's exactly right. Anyway, my friend Randy, I had this urge. I woke up one day and I had the urge to take the GO bus, the subway and the GO bus up to Aurora. Fucking long ass time. Anyway, I went to his house and I was knocking on the door and he wasn't there. So his girlfriend was a friend of mine. I went to her house and they weren't there. So I went back to the city, couldn't find anybody. Not sure if I called that day. I don't know why I wouldn't have, but for some reason I had to physically go there. So the next day was a Sunday and I went to the farmer's market and I remember what I bought: lemon meringue pie, barbecue potato chips. I remember that. And because I was with my first husband at the time, but I wasn't married. Anyway, he was my boyfriend. So I walked in the house and immediately felt tired like I always did. Okay, so the energy came in through me. And Randy came through the ceiling. And this is such a vivid memory for me. And he was in his heaven body or God body. He was in a long robe, long hair flowing down. My first husband, boyfriend at the time, said I sat down on the couch and went to lay down, closed my eyes. I was out cold. And he said, but then I sat up, my eyes were closed, and I was making gestures like I was talking and I was walking, but my eyes were closed. And Randy came to me. I saw him, came through the ceiling, and I saw him. Thank you for that. And when I saw him, okay, I sat down and I was talking to him, and I couldn't understand where he was because I didn't know he was dead, because I've been looking for him the day before. I didn't know he died that day, okay? And I went looking and everybody was at the hospital. But it's weird because he was in a motorcycle accident and he was driving home and a drunk driver turned left into him. He was going straight, they turned left, and he was wearing a helmet. And thank you for that, Jennifer. Thank you. Anyway, he was wearing his helmet and it cracked in the middle and his head cracked. So I didn't know that. I did not know that, but I saw him come through the ceiling. So I should have connected that he was dead. But oh my God. Uh-oh. Do you think I'm going to get yelled at by this one calling? He can only really be calling. Should I answer? I'm scared. Uh-oh. I'm on YouTube right now. Can I call you back? Yeah. Okay, bye. He's a firecracker, so I can't really, I answered, I'm like, I'm on YouTube, but I can't, no, I hung up just in case he goes crazy, in case he's going to yell at me for something. So I just go, I'm on YouTube. That way he doesn't, yeah, no, he's nice. This is a good mood tonight. Sometimes it's not a good mood. Sometimes it's a PMS mood. My God, I wonder if men have PMS like that. Could be. Anyway, I didn't find out. I know, be brave. No, I'm traumatized. He traumatizes me. He goes off like a rocket, okay? Off. And then he comes back around. This sounded good, though. All right. Until later on. Okay, yeah, little Ken is a beauty. She is a beauty. They're not married yet. She can still escape. He can escape. They can both escape. Okay, so anyway, I didn't find out Randy was dead for a week, but okay, that's my son. You stop that right now. So he was dead and he came to me and he told me it would be okay. And I just thought this morning if that's why I saw him after his motorcycle accident, because apparently it was very traumatic. I was once married in bad mistake. Oh, yeah, I know. Kenna, you get pregnant. I've seen the son too. I know. So anyway, Randy died like that and came to me. When Jimmy came to me, I saw him right after. It's just, Jason was a home birth. Both my boys were a home birth. Jason's was easier. Yeah, he's a Cancer. Oh my God. Yeah, Kenna's beautiful. She's a Pisces. They're both fiery. She didn't let him get away with shit. He thinks he's getting away with shit. She's smarter. Yeah. Okay. Jason's very tough. Oh my God. Yeah, I try to be brave, but that phone rings. It actually gives me anxiety. My son is just like Jason. Yeah, you don't know what you're answering the phone to. No, but he's okay. I don't mind him. But he called me. See, he called me. That's Keith telling him my mom's talking about you on the internet. Oh my God, congratulations to all you pregnant people. It's a journey. You know, I looked at this life though this morning. I was thinking when I was running, because I'm always thinking when I'm running, but I looked at this life and I can't really be too mad at what went on, because if I believe the way I do believe Keith is in a better place and he's lucky. So I do believe that. I miss him. I miss him like crazy. That's where I think the anxiety comes in, is you miss them. You just miss them. Of course, there's babies being born this year. Everybody's having sex. They're locked in the house with their whoever, and they can't get out to have sex with strangers. So they're actually having sex with their partners. You know, they're not going out for hookups at the bar, hookups in the backyard, hookups in the car, wherever the hell these people are hooking up. They're hooking up with their partners, right? So there you go. Okay, when you talk about terminations of pregnancies, I can't say the A word on here. That is soul on soul decision. I look at it differently for myself now as a person. I have a different opinion than I had when I was younger. But also understand, let's say you're a soul on the other side coming through. And let's say you agreed to jump back into a body, a lifetime after a situation. And you're like, I'm going to jump right back in. And then you're jumping in and you're like, oh no, I don't want to do it. Well, there you go. Vibrators. Exactly. It's a COVID baby boom. I know. Do we even want to say that? How can I get pregnant with twins? That's up to your man. And I think it's got to run in the family. Why do you, oh, I see. You want them both at once. I love vibrators too. I'm a huge fan of the vibrators. They don't talk back. And I don't have to like talk to them the next morning. Yeah. Basically, I don't have to do anything. So I understand why guys go, you know, out to prostitutes and stuff, really. They don't have to have a connection. You have an Irish twin, not the same as a twin out of your body. No, I really do. Not messy. I know. They don't make a mess in the bed. They're not eating in the bed, and they don't turn on the stupid TV after either. You know, and that kind of thing. Just saying. Even when you have a man in your bed, a vibrator is a good thing. Okay. I'll stop right now. I'll stop right now. I know, right? Oh my God, right? You have 3 sons. There you go. 3 sons. Do you feel it's my widow It's my biggest question. Wait, what? I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, there's April. Everybody. Oh my God. That reminds me, we need to pray. April just texted me. April, she's not feeling well. I'm not saying the word on here, but okay, she's very nice. She says Keith loves me. She no matter what, don't ever question it. She's very sweet, April. She says she's resting, feeling like shit, but grandma has gotten worse and has COVID and pneumonia. So we need to pray for April's grandmother. And we also need to pray down here. Let me read this one. Down here. This is from Christy. We need to pray for her as well. She's been in the ICU. She's been in the ICU. Apparently her lung on the left side is full, I think she said left side, now I can't see it, is full of really bad, whatever the hell it is, fluid, okay? She's having a tough time with that. So she's actually in the hospital and she's so lovely. If anybody, like if anybody goes to the hospital during this time, any of you all, literally call somebody on here or call me if you need to get in communication with somebody and you can't, definitely do that. So look at this. This is so weird. Do you see my ears red here? This is from the bleach. I get this little allergic reaction after the bleach. Sorry. I just saw it. It looks weird. Okay, so Christy and April's grandmother all need prayers, and anybody else on here all need prayers for their sickness. So there you go. And John needs prayers too. I just saw him go up there. John on, I think it was Keely's page there. Thank you for that, you guys. So thank you so much, all of you. Yeah, everybody that has something, we're going to pray for them all. I meant to do that earlier. Oh my God. So we're going to pray for them all. Yes, none of that nonsense. But you know, I guess if you can't breathe, I don't know what they do. I don't know. I'm not going, I'll just die in my place. I'll just die. That's it. I'll just drop dead here. Yeah, I know. Okay, so here's what I was figuring this morning. The way this world is, it really, we do all die. So, I mean, really, what the fuck is the big deal? We all die. We all die. Surrounded by psychopaths. I don't know what that means, but yeah, you're on planet Earth, so sure. Don't hate, but could Biden be an alien? Sure. Anybody could be an alien, of course. I mean, yeah, yes, definitely. Why not, right? Why can't you be? Why can't you be an alien? Why can't you be a walk-in? Why can't you be one of those lizard people? I love some of those videos where they show the eyes on people. Oh my God, like I am obsessed with that. I'm like, their eyes go like this. I'm like, this is great. This is my amusement at night. I just don't want my death to hurt. We're pulled out before it hurts. I know that. The part that hurts is when you're going to live. So when you how do you see empaths in the chart? Oh my God, there's so many different ways. And I think it's a soul thing, not necessarily. I can see the predisposition to being empathic, but do you still see? Okay, I don't know what I said with that. So yeah, the hair sniffer, the alien sniffer, that's probably what he's doing. If you're an alien and you don't know people, take a whiff. Yeah, I know. I don't know what to say. Being alive is very painful. It's always been very painful for me. It's always been very painful for me. The thing that cracks me up, it cracks me up. I'm seriously on a rant with people. Don't tell me how to think and don't tell me what I think, because people are telling me what I think. I don't want to watch that Richard, the Night Stalker guy. I can't speak today. I don't want to watch that guy. Oh, there, Irish twins. Again. Yeah, our birth, wait, you're 9 weeks pregnant. Oh my God, how exciting. 9 weeks. Very cool. Wait, somebody's going to have, I can't even. Oh yeah, yeah, I don't even need to know about that, but that explains a lot about what's going on with the missing children. Wait, I'm coming right back. Can you imagine, like, if you were on the Johnny Carson show and you're just like, excuse me. I have walked off a camera set before. It's something I do. Okay, so when you're born in the sac or the sac of the baby, when the baby's born, that's a very psychic baby. Very psychic baby. I don't know. I don't judge what I am. I really don't judge what I am. I just feel like I'm tortured on this planet. So whatever that is. Yes, I do like Ozzy. That's why I go to all their concerts. I'm sorry. I do. I admit it. I love heavy metal. I can't. Zach and Ozzy. I love everything and anything from the 70s. I just do. I haven't even like sophisticated myself with music. I'm just that person. I do like Frank Sinatra though too. So I do like that. I like a lot of music actually. I like a lot. I like Shaka Khan. I do. Okay, I can't even see that. I know, Crazy Train, right? I love Ozzy. I love Ozzy. I just love it. I love it. Who did I see? Was it Etta James? No, you just mentioned that. Who did I see? Oh my God. Way back, 35 years ago, Zach Wilde. Yes, that's right. That's right, Zach Wilde. Yep, I miss those concerts. And Lila misses her little Sabbath. So there you go. Okay, James Brown. Yeah, James Brown was super good too. Elton John, Metallica. I wasn't a huge Metallica fan. Don't hate, don't hate, don't hate. I also have to say, I really fucking like Michael Jackson. Sorry. I don't know where that came from. And I loved Whitney. So I liked pop and rock. And In Excess, yes. And Alice in Chains, yes. And Prince. Okay, sorry. I just was moving like Prince and Prince. Really good music. Yeah. And who else? I'm trying to think. There's a lot of stuff I like. There's a lot of Nirvana. Now, Nirvana always, Judas Priest. Now that, yeah, Judas Priest, interesting. I told you my roommate stripper friend from Florida took off with one of the guys in Judas Priest. And I honestly cannot remember who the hell it was, but I had to track her down. She came to stay with me here and she was only 17. And we went out to a bar and I let her get in his car, which is really bad because I told her parents I would take care of her. I think it was a bass player. Anyway, she was gone for 3 days and I was like, what? Where the fuck did you go? And she's like, oh, I went wherever she went. I wasn't a huge fan of the Beatles. I don't mind them. I definitely was a fan of Queen. We know this. Yeah, and I'm not a fan of David Bowie. Don't know why. I know the music. I'm not a fan of the music, but it just didn't, just didn't push me in, like pull me in. When I listen to Nirvana, I go, it gets something right in my chest. I loved Aerosmith. To tell you some Aerosmith stories. Yeah, but they're not good ones. I'm gonna get in trouble. So I'm not supposed to talk about stealing things, but I wasn't stealing. I was distracting using Aerosmith music. The Doors, of course, I love. But Nirvana pulls right here on me and pulls me down like this. So it kind of pulls me out of my body. I can't explain it. So I don't listen to it a lot, but when I hear it, I'm like insanely connected to it for some reason. So I love Queen, love Queen, like seriously, love Queen. I was born in the sack, super psychic. Your friend in the hospital, okay. Amy Winehouse was okay. She was okay. Oh, Styx, yes. Oh, the Police. The Police, that's kind of, yeah, a little bit fucked up dark music too. Janis Joplin, of course. Yeah, I never liked Bon Jovi. Not really huge fan of Tom Petty. Don't hate Gary Newman, no. The Police, I mean, yeah, the Police, Pink Floyd, not even Pink Floyd. I was like very particular. Cheap Trick, yeah. Linkin Park, not so much. Nirvana, yes. But it just depended because, the Cars, yes. John Denver, why'd you throw John Denver in there? No, not John Denver, but not John Denver. I'm a eclectic of all. I can't handle mariachi bands. I start to jump out of my skin when I hear mariachi music. I'm like, oh my God. Like, yeah, I can't. I'm just like, oh God. And it does something to me. Stone Temple Pilots, yes. Oh my God. Led Zeppelin, we're going back. Alice in Chains, okay. Yeah, well, Alice in Chains, That was good. Me and Barb and Randy and Arlene went to Vegas to see Alice in Chains and to shop and things like this. And I just remember looking over at Arlene going, my ears are bleeding. I forgot my headphones. And Sebastian was there. This is when we met Sebastian. Sebastian was in his orange jumpsuit doing his music. And all I can remember is after the concert ended, I was taking a picture with an actual camera and some drunk ass knocked into me and broke my camera. It was a great camera, bastard. Bob Marley, of course. Yeah. And George Michael, of course. Yeah. Twisted Sister, not so much. No. It's just whatever was playing. The mariachi bands make me fucking crazy. Like I sit there like a kid with ADD and I'm like, I'm just like, no, not Kansas, not Air Supply. Good God, no. Jimi Hendrix, yes. Yeah, so I can't. I know the mariachi music. I'm just like, I respect them. They're musicians. They play accordions. They do all kinds of stuff. But suddenly I start to go just like I'm the one on the seat hanging upside down with my legs on the ceiling, can't sit still. I'm like, no, Toto, no. Billy Idol, definitely. AC/DC, oh, Marvin Gaye, yeah, of course. I go all over the place and then not. Okay, now I'm back. I'm over it now. No more music conversation because I can't go to any concerts. So just never you two, never, no. All right, so perfect circle. We've gone Otis Redding, sure. All right, so oh my God, I forgot to say, what's his name? You just reminded me and I forgot to say, oh, I can't remember. I have to look it up. See, I've lost my mind. I'll get back to the psychic information in a second. All right, I have to look. Songs, artists. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh my God, why can I not? I can't. I just can't. Okay, I can't get in there. Got too many. All right, so let's just separate from that now. Now getting back to the Bay City Rollers, and there I go again. And there I go again, Lenny. Yeah, but Lenny did, whatever, not my favorite. Elvis, R. Kelly, please. I knew what R. Kelly was a long time ago, and no. Okay, so when we are practicing the Eagles wig me out with their music. That sounds really weird. I'm used to their music, but their music reminds me of people should be getting Jane's Addiction for a while. Hall & Oates, thank you. I was trying to look that up. Hall & Oates, definitely. I don't know. Okay, I'm over it. The Eagles makes me think of people that are heroin addicts shooting up in a hotel room. I can't get that thought out of my head. Blue Oyster Cult, yeah. Oh, Chakras. Okay, so Chakras, Don Henley. I know about Don Henley, but I'm not going to get into it. I actually know about it. Actually, I know about it from people that know him personally and like him, but also understand other things about him. So it's a fine line when you like somebody if they're, excuse me, an asshole. Okay. Or a rapist or whatever. I can't say that word on here. I'm going to get in trouble again. Okay, so the chakras. What the chakras are, we know the 7 chakras that go up and down the body. They are energy wheels that make the body move spiritually as a collective group. Shh, like this. So we circulate our energy. There's chakras on the bottom of our feet. There's chakras above us. There's like 14 chakras this way. Only 7 do we pay attention to, and there's many, many more around us. The Red Hot Chili Peppers, definitely. Okay, so anyway, the chakras, stop you guys. So the chakras of the earth are known as portals. So there are portals there's many, many chakras. We know about 14, 7, which we use, but there's portals all over the earth. Understand, chakras are energy wheels that allow us to move our spirit knowledge, spirit body, and our physical body through life. So if you go into a dust storm in the desert on the way to Vegas, you have to wear certain things to counteract that. If you go into an ice storm in Alaska, you have to wear certain things to counteract that. So it helps you maneuver meridians all through the earth, body meridians. There's all kinds of things we go through. So there's many like meridians, chakras, and portals. There's portals in and out. Crown chakra, a portal out of the physical. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, let's see. My brooms stand up by themselves. So do my children's. There you go. That's awesome. Light warrior. Okay. Someone's talking. Oh my God. I'm getting tired. I'm worn out. That's 3 videos in one day. I'm trying to edit. Okay. Okay, that's good. Whatever you're saying, I love you too back. I think you're saying that. Musician's daughter. Excellent. How do you figure out retrograde in your chart? You look for the little R beside the signs. It's mathematically calculated now. You don't do them by hand anymore. So when they're not done by your hand, you can see the little R beside it. So when you pull up a chart, let's see if I have a chart with a retrograde in it. If you pull up a chart, okay, well, whoever's chart this is, yeah. I won't say her name, but you can see the Saturn and the South Node retrograde right there. Can you see that? Can you see the little R right there on the chart? That's how you tell a retrograde. There's a little R. Now, before we go, because I'm going to go soon because I haven't eaten. Well, the truth is I eat all day, but I haven't eaten any food. Okay, so when we are talking about Mercury retrograde, I want you guys to understand this. Everybody gets upset over retrogrades. They're like, oh my God, it's Mercury retrograde. And they go for the fear tactic, tater tots. Right, they go for the fear tactic. So here's what I want, salmon, right? It'll probably be 2 boiled eggs and then I'm going to bed. I'm hoping to get a long run in tomorrow. So let's just talk about retrogrades. What retrogrades mean, whether it be Mercury retrograde or Venus or Mars or Jupiter or Saturn or Pluto, whatever. Retrograde. Retrograde means all the planets are moving forward in a particular direction. At least that's the way we perceive it. Do we really know that? No, I don't live on the planet. So when the planet starts out at a degree, let's talk about this degree. I don't even know what the degree of the retrograde is. Hold on. What degree is the retrograde in? 26, 29 Aquarius. Oh my God. That is conjunct my 7th house of relationships. Let's see what happens. All right. So anyhow, so 26 degrees. Okay. So 26 degrees, right? So Mercury is at 26 Aquarius, sitting at the end of the sign of Aquarius. It's only got to go to 34 more degrees. When it is retrograde, what happens is it starts the appearance of backwards motion, or it suspends its motion and gives the appearance of moving backwards. Okay, so it's at 26 and then it starts to move back to 25, 24, and on it goes. On the degree that it goes retrograde at, that's called stationary direct, meaning from that degree on, it's going to go back. Now, what do you do when you go backwards over your tracks when you're walking? Oh my God, I lost my glasses. I've got to retrace my steps. Where is my glasses? Where are my glasses? I speak like I have no education. So where are my glasses? So I retrace my steps. I move backwards. Mercury, planet of thought, ruling the mind, okay, all of those things. I move backwards to retrace and get clear sight about what is going on. So it's in Aquarius. What is Aquarius? Aquarius, okay, so it's in the sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius rules all things disconnected, electrical. So really, when it's in Aquarius, watch the things that you buy, okay, because it is electrical. But Aquarius also rules your friends. How are you helping your friends move through in life? What are you doing to help them move in a different direction? Where are they going to? What are their thoughts? What inspired insight? What kind of aliens are you seeing? How odd are you? How detached are you from your environment? And is it where you want to be? What are your dreams and hopes and goals? Look to see where Aquarius is placed. But Mercury retrograde in a chart is Yeah. Okay, sure. Aquarius is a representation of God. I don't know who told you that one. Okay. Anyhow, as we move on from that, okay, as we move on from that, let's look at Mercury retrograde. The retrograde gives you piercing eyesight into those things that you weren't able to see. The glasses that you could not find on the ground, okay, you have seen with X-ray vision, and now you know exactly where they are and where to find them. It is a spiritual point in the chart. It is spiritually connected. So Mercury retrograde happening during the time is bringing our spiritual perception in the sign of Aquarius, okay, into perfect eyesight, eyeline vision. We are concerned with the material when Mercury is direct. How much money do we have? How do we communicate in this mundane world of logic, of all of that? Mercury retrograde, okay, Mercury retrograde is a spiritual point in the chart which takes you back over that which you did not see, and you see clearly, okay? So you're able to see clearly with whatever sign it's in. It's obviously going to be different if it's in the sign of Cancer because it's going to rule to your family. So when we're talking about that, when people are born with Mercury retrograde in their chart natally, okay, natal Mercury retrograde gives the person living in the mundane, meaning the logical world of money, finances, things, acquisition, all of those things. It gives them spiritual, okay, I froze there because my battery's running out. It gives them spiritual insight, okay, into the world and what they're seeing. So they will often achieve great wealth with Mercury retrograde, but their life will also go spiritual. So they will never be able to be completely materialistic. They will have to go with the spiritual, okay? So that's not everybody is the same in any way whatsoever. Oh God, this just went crazy. So when we are coming into a frame, look, now I'm sideways. This will not work. Thank you for that, you guys. We stay about 3.5 weeks into the retrograde. I haven't actually looked at it. I will. I'll write it on my newsletter, but I just, oh, good God. Oh, okay, there. My stand is so temperamental. Okay, so when we have Mercury retrograde, what we're looking at in the time frame for all of us is to take a step back, and because it's in Aquarius, intellectually, and use our brains to see the perception of what's going on around us in a different way. So it's going to ask us to use our brains in a very detached way because it's Aquarius, and in order to see what is in front of us and really see what is in front of us. So remember that with Mercury retrograde, it's not negative, it's perception in the metaphysical, because we are blocked on the mundane, in the mundane world on Earth, in this dimension from so much. So when Mercury goes retrograde, we go back and we see it. Now, if you want to ask someone about what to buy or what to do or how to do it, right? Find a person that has a natal Mercury retrograde. And when they have a natal Mercury retrograde, you go to them and ask them. It is true that you can be misunderstood during a retrograde. Things can come back to you in a retrograde. People, boyfriends, lovers, Aquariuses can come back to you. All of these things, okay? So you can absolutely have this come back. If you are Gemini or Virgo, the retrogrades will probably affect you more, or Aquarius or Leo, because Aquarius, Leo, the opposition. So it's a point in time where your perspective is laser sharp. So remember that it's not a negative. People always go, oh my God, Mercury retrograde. I want to tell them, shut the fuck up. Like, just shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. I mean, yes, things can happen, but it's also a spiritual point, okay? Spiritual, metaphysical if you want. I am so hungry. I am going to go eat. I'm trying not to eat junk. I'm really angry about not eating sugar, okay? That's what's wrong with me. So Mercury retrograde just means the planet of thinking, the way we think, and all things ruled by Mercury goes backwards in the sky. As it goes backwards, it retraces its steps. When it retraces its steps, it gets perspective correctly. Not what you thought. That's why it's going backwards. As a collective group of people, okay, on Earth, because it's happening to all of us. It's happening to people being born right now. So babies being born right now will be born with Mercury retrograde as of the 29th. So it's happening to all of us. It's giving us a perception and an insight into what has happened prior. It's asking us to use our intellect in Aquarius, step back with detachment and pay attention to what steps forward in front of you. Observe it with detachment. There. Okay. So I'm like, okay. And now I'm super tired. I'm going to be putting up Babalu later on. That's it. Babalu is coming, and that's what's going to happen. We're going to put that up. And tacos would be good too. I could just eat my way. I know sugar feeds cancer cells. Sloan likes sugar. Sloan's addicted to sugar, but she's not eating sugar. That's why she's mad about not eating the sugar. Okay, so you guys have a good night. We're going to pray for everybody that we mentioned who's sick so that they get better, and for anybody who is sick to get better. Also, we don't want to watch the news. We don't want to watch the news. What we want to do is we want to watch what we want for ourselves, and we want to observe what we observe and understand what we understand the way that we understand it to us. So we don't want other people's opinions right now. We want to exercise for 20 minutes a day, and we want to try to meditate for 10. And by meditate, just sit here like this and think nothing, or listen to some frequency music or whatever. We don't want to react to people's fear, because fear is what they want us to do. Oh yeah, Desi's coming forward. I mean, he's here, and I'm going to add him. So it's going to take like another 15 minutes. And then I'm going to eat. Okay, you guys, peace out. Mwah. Peace out. And everybody do something for themselves this week. Do something every day. So if you don't wear makeup, put on some lipstick. Even if you think you're chubby and your chubby butt and you got to buy new underwear, buy something cute. Doesn't matter what you look like, just try to be cute. Buy something for you. Do something you like. If you like to smell flowers, smell flowers. If you like to drink coffee, drink coffee. If you want to do like dollar gambling online, just give yourself a $10 limit and do something like that. Do something that you love. Mwah. I really love you guys. You guys are truly, all of you, except for those hecklers out there, but all of you are truly lovely. And I'll call Jason back. Bye, Jason. Okay, bye, you guys. Bye. Okay, I don't even know how to